Hi, in this video we're going to show you an easy way to boot into safe mode with just a click of the mouse. So normally you'd have to do something like, go to msconfig, system configuration, then you can go to the boot section and, pick your safe boot options from here and apply and that type of thing. But if you want an easier way, you could just double click this BootSafe file and pick your boot mode here. We want to just reboot normally. Safe mode with basic drivers and services, safe mode with networking, or safe mode command prompt only. And then you could also do the configure only, no restart. And what this will do is it'll get it ready to go for the next restart, or you could check your mode here and then pick restart Windows. And then you could also do the enable F8 key, which bring back the kind of older style where you could just tap on F8 as you're rebooting to get into the particular safe mode option you want. But first, let's check out the enable F8 startup key, what we'll do with normal mode here. So this is a virtual machine, so when I do F8, it will go into the virtual machine BIOS, but I have tested it on a regular computer and it does bring up the safe mode menu. So let's just do this for fun anyways. Start tapping F8. So like I said, it just brings you to the BIOS for the VM, but for a regular computer, it will work just fine. So let's go back into Windows real quick. Okay, so we're back in Windows. Let's run it again here. This time we'll do safe mode with networking, and we will just do the configure only. Now you can see it gives you a warning that you're using a Microsoft account and your password may not work in safe mode, and you could create a temporary administrator account. So let's try this without doing this first and see what happens. Now it says you can manually reboot when you're ready, and do not remove the BootSafe exe from its current location because it'll be used again to return to normal mode. Okay, so let's just restart here. So keep in mind we're restarting without making the temporary administrator account. All right, let's try with the Microsoft account here. Now you get this message here from the BootSafe program. Would you like to configure the next Windows start for normal mode? So we'll pick yes to that. Now you can see we have safe mode with networking going on here. So we didn't need to make that administrator account. So we'll go ahead and restart the computer again here. See the taskbar. And then after we reboot, we'll try the temporary account. All right, let's run it again. Okay, we'll do the safe mode with networking again. Let's click on Restart Windows this time. So now we'll do the option here to create a temporary administrator account. Okay, so here's our BootSafe temp account with no password. Now it's got to create a new profile, unfortunately, because it's the first time that this user has been logged in. So obviously it's better if you don't have to use this and you could just use your Microsoft account, or unless you have a local admin account, you could use that as well. Okay, now we don't need to worry about this Microsoft thing here. Say yes to this option again. Okay, now let's restart it once again here. You can also see it gives us this Windows 10 style taskbar when we did it this way. So, and I cannot click on start, so I'm going to have to do Alt F4. Oh, so now it's logging in the BootSafe temp admin. Let's go through this just to get rid of it here. Okay, now we get a message. We're back in normal mode. You're finished with the temporary admin user. Temporary user will be deleted when you log into your regular account. So we'll log out. Go back to the account we were using here. Okay, let's see what we got here. All right, so that BootSafe temp admin is not on our list here. Let's check the users folder. So he's still got his folder here though. Let's check the user settings. Not here, so we would have to just remove that user folder if we wanted to really clear it out. But like I said, if you don't have to use that temp account, I wouldn't do it. So let's try one more thing here. I just want to make sure that we're looking at things right here. We're going to do safe mode with networking, restart. We're not going to use the temporary admin. I just want to make sure the taskbar is a Windows 11 taskbar. Okay, so we have our Windows 11 taskbar. So when you just boot in with that temp account, for some reason it gives you some kind of other backend where it uses kind of a Windows 10 interface instead of Windows 11. So let's go back into regular mode here. Let's make sure we have all the users looking good here. And then we will summarize. Okay, so when it comes to using this app, you have several options here. The first one is to enable the F8 key if you want to have that enabled, so you could just press F8 starting normally. Then you could pick one of the three basic safe mode options here. And then if you click on configure, that'll just get it ready to boot into safe mode on the next reboot. But if you click on restart now, that'll restart Windows now. And then whichever one you pick, it's going to ask you if you want to log in with the temporary BootSafe admin. And then I would say no to that because apparently you don't need to, at least on this computer, because I logged in with the Microsoft account and it worked just fine. And if you do have to use that temporary admin account, you'll notice it had kind of a Windows 10 taskbar, and the start button didn't seem to work, so I had to use Alt F4 to get back to a restart prompt there. And then of course too, if you use, you'll have to go in to your users and try and delete this one. Let's see if I could do so. Okay, so simple as that. Now that's gone and we're back to where we started. All right, so I'll put a link in the description where you can download this. So it's just a zip file, you extract it and you run the executable, and then just keep it somewhere where you're going to want to keep it, because it says you have to keep it in the same place for when you reboot the computer back into normal mode. All right, thanks for watching and be sure to subscribe.